I am Venkatramana from MBA department, Session Institute of Technology and Engineering, working as an assistant professor. So, in this class we are going to discuss about the production and operations management topics. So, in this slide you can find the statistical quality control techniques. We have various techniques to manage the quality. In order to gain more quality of the products, we have various techniques that we can use. The quality control, statistical quality control techniques are a branch from the quality management which use the statistical tools and techniques in order to minimize and eliminate the variations from the output. So, the primary goal of SQU is to minimize the defective goods in order to produce the desirable goods. So, the control charts for variables. It is not possible in any case to produce the goods or services the 100% desired goods. Some variabilities that will definitely occur. So, to identify the variabilities of the products in producing the goods or services, for the purpose of identifying those variabilities, we have the four charts: X chart, R chart, and as well as P and C charts. So, here the purchasing. Purchasing is a very important department. You can call the purchasing department as a procurement department. It is very important. The purchasing is the process of a business organization uses to acquire goods or services to accomplish its goals. If you go for any manufacturing concern, there might be the need of raw materials and various inputs in order to produce the goods or services. So, the purchasing department will take the responsibility to acquire the goods or services that are needed to produce any kind of goods. Purchasing is responsible for the procurement processes. As you can see, this is means it ensures the supply of goods and raw materials so that the smooth production process can be happen. So, in order to have an uninterrupted production process, the purchasing department plays a very major role to supply the goods or services to make them available within the organizations in time. So, the purchasing department have been is need to function various duties. It need to function various duties. In the first one is assessing the needs of their company. How much materials are required, what are the what kind of materials are required, what type of materials are required, what in which quantity they are required, at which quality they are required. All these need to be assessed by the purchasing departmental heads and the conducting research. Whatever the raw materials that we may be required by are being supplied by various suppliers. There are number of suppliers are there. In order to identify the best supplier, we need to conduct the research. What are the sources for supplying, what are the sources of raw materials, what are the sources of inputs. We need to conduct the research in order to identify the best suppliers. Whenever we are using the best raw materials or qualitative raw materials, we are able to get the qualitative output. That is why you need to conduct a research wherever the qualitative suppliers are available. So, comparing and negotiating the prices. Even though the number of suppliers are available, we need to compare who are offering the raw materials or the inputs in a better at a least cost. So, we need to compare and negotiate the prices. Negotiate the prices in the sense we can ask them for a supply at a least cost in a bulk manner. So, and as well as coordinating the deliveries. After identifying or triggering the requirements, we need to place the orders for the raw materials or anything. We need to coordinate the deliveries also. When delivery coordinations in the sense, we need to give some kind of informations to the supplier when the raw material should be available within the business premises or manufacturing premises in order to have uninterrupted production process. So, managing, and the next one is managing the supplier relationship. It is very important to have a cordial relationships with the suppliers to have in order to get uninterrupted production process. We need to maintain some cordial relationships with the suppliers. And the next one is monitoring performance, how the suppliers are giving the raw materials and all the inputs, whether they are being in a quality up to the mark or not, and obtain the subsidies and as well as the benefits. Whenever the purchasing department is functioning well, then only the organizations are able to benefited with various subsidies that have been offered by respective governments, and as well as the benefits are also we can get whenever the purchasing department functions well in any kind of organizations. The quality improvement is a very important thing. Why? Because without quality we cannot retain the customers, we cannot attract the customers. So the improvement of quality is very important. Why we need to discuss the improvement quality as one of the functions of purchasing department is it is the quality of the quality of the output will be depends purely on the type of inputs that they have been used by manufacturers or producers. So improvement of quality is also depends on the performance of the purchasing department. Maintain records is also another important aspects to be considered by purchasing department. And the next topic is inventory. Inventory means generally we perceive that inventory means only the raw material, but it is not correct in reality. If you go for production and operations subject matters, then the inventory includes not only the raw materials but also various types of inventory is there, like raw materials in the sense these are the basic materials that are required to produce goods or services. So along with the raw materials we have some other types of inventory also, like work in progress is a kind of inventory which is which consists of partially completed products that are still in the production process. And the next one is finished goods are also considered as an inventory. Why? Because it is a part of total inventory. Inventory doesn't mean it is merely the raw materials or something, it is includes finished goods as well, which are ready to be used. In various techniques, inventory should be managed well in order to have uninterrupted production process as well as the good qualitative products, as well as it enables the manufacturers or the producers to forecast the demand as well. So there are various inventory control techniques. Among those, these will be displayed. This has been displayed. ABC analysis is one of the inventory control techniques which makes us to segregate or segmentate the very important and moderate important and less important inventory. So this enables us to divide the total inventory into various parts. And the next one is VMI, vendor managed inventory. Vendor managed inventory means if you go for any kind of manufacturing concerns, there the production managers or the procurement managers may be the responsible persons to look after the inventory. But in this kind of inventory control techniques, the VMI, here the vendor, the one who sells the inventory, will be the responsible persons to look after the requirements of the concerned company. So vendor managed inventory, in this case the vendor, the one who sells the inventory, will be the responsible person. He will identify whether there are any requirements for the organizations or there are any overdue inventory or not. So this is another technique. The just in time, JIT means just in time in the sense, in order to reduce storing costs, in order to reduce carrying cost, the just in time inventory control techniques will be used. Just in time in the sense, whenever the raw materials or inputs are needed, then only the producers places the orders, then it will reduce the storage cost. This is another inventory control techniques. SOS, if you go for some organizations like mango juice producers, there the mangoes are majorly available in only the summer season. So the mango juice producers, manufacturers must need to grab the raw materials in a summer. So the mango is the major input to produce to prepare a mango juice. So the the producers or the purchasing department need to undertake the SOS technique, seasonal and off seasonal. Based on the seasonal and off seasonal, whenever the raw materials available, the producer must be able to take them according to their requirements. EOQ, economic order quantity. Economic order quantity implies that economic order quantity means for the purpose of reducing the carrying costs and as well as the based on the demand or a holding cost, we will or a producer will going to place the orders which will reduce the ordering and as well as the holding or carrying costs. So the EOQ techniques will be used in that case. Safety stock. Safety stock in the sense, every manufacturer wants to have uninterrupted production process, so that the safety stock must be maintained by any organizations to have uninterrupted production process. And the next thing is quality. Quality means any kind of features or a characteristics which meets the customer needs, thereby satisfies the customers. So quality means it doesn't have a standard definition. Why? Because the quality may be differs from one person to another person. One person may perceive that the quality means something like various dimensions are there to decide the quality of a product. Some of the people are perceives that quality means a performance. For example, if you take any kind of smartphone, then the performance is in the sense, if one particular mobile phone is performs well, then the quality in that particular person's perception, the performance quality means performance. If it is performed better, then it can be considered as a good quality. If you go for some other person, then he may consider the features, what kind of features that the product has. So based on the features, number of features also, the quality would be decided. And the reliability. Reliability in the sense, how far or how long the customers are believed in that particular company's products or the services. For example, if you go for Apple company, then the Apple company products have a high demand in the market. Why? Because the people are believe more in the Apple company products and their quality and the reliability also. So that is the another dimensions to be considered one product as a qualitative or non-quality or less qualitative products. Conformance. Conformance is also another dimensions. So conformance means what the company is claiming, that what kind of specifications or the features that the actual product has. The conformance, that is means conformance. Durability, how long a product or any kind of object will perform without without becoming a replacement is much necessary. So that is what serviceability. Serviceability in the sense, any person may not be simply consider the acquisition of product. He is also considering the total ownership cost. For example, if you see nowadays the major smartphones has not been comes into the market with adapter. So majority of the companies like Apple or various premium segment mobile phones, OnePlus is not offering the adapters. So buying the adapter along with the mobile phone will put some more burden on the owner of that particular product. So after sale service, the people will also consider the after sale service also. So the serviceability, how far, how betterly the companies are offering their services, after sale service is also one of the dimensions of quality. Aesthetics in the sense, so it is much more important for a product to look more good than its features. So the next is perception. Perception in the sense, majority of the people may believe that the Sony televisions are better in sound quality, and some people may perceive that the Samsung displays are good. So this is what is perception. According to the perceptions also, the quality will be decided, can be perceived. Juran's triology. J.M. Juran's triology in the sense, he proposed one triology. Triology in the sense, in order to improve the quality of the goods or services in an organizations, we need to plan for the quality and as well as a quality control and a quality improvement. By doing these three things, any organizations can improve the quality of the products or the services. So the next, he is the one who is an American engineer and statistician and as well as the professor, author, lecturer and as well as the management consultant. He proposed 14 principles for quality management. So here these are the 14 principles of quality management. You can see the first one: create a constant purpose towards the improvement. Create a constant purpose towards the improvement, in the sense we need to constantly work on various things to improve the quality. He suggested that we shouldn't do one thing in a better manner. He suggested that to find a better ways to do one thing. And the next thing is adopt the new philosophy. Adopt the new philosophy in the sense we should not believe in one factor, we should not believe in one aspect, that we need to consider the various aspects as well, like customers' expectations and as well as the customers' demands also we need to consider. Adopt a new philosophy in the sense if the company is started with one philosophy, it needs to be changed from time to time. That is the second principle. And the third is stop depending on inspections. Stop depending on inspections in the sense inspections will never give us an accurate picture. It is a very costing aspects to us. So inspections should be decreased. No organization inspections will give us only the what you did wrong, but he suggested that you should eliminate the all defectives, all the wrong things altogether. So the next thing is use a single supplier for any one item. We should rely on one single supplier to have any kind of inputs or the raw materials. Why? Because if we may depend on various suppliers for getting one single item, there may be a chances of variability. So in order to reduce the variability in output, we need to reduce the variability in inputs also. So he suggested us to use a single supplier for any one item. And the next thing is improve constantly and forever. We should not stop at any point of time in improving a quality. We need to improve the process or procedures from time to time. We need to improve constantly and forever. Next thing is use on the job training. In this principle, he suggested that the managements or any business organization should allow the employees, should allow the people, should allow the staff to make themselves educated. So it is very important. Implement the leadership. Implement leadership means we need to allow them to give suggestions to the organizations. We should not be as a leader, we should be as a guide, we should be as a coach for them all the time. And they eliminate the fear. Eliminate the fear in the sense some people work as per the guidelines of the organizations, but it should not be there in the organizations in order to improve the quality. Some of the people may believe, some of the people may have some kind of ideas or the thoughts which can improve the quality of the goods or services within the organization. That is why we should allow them to express freely and implement those suggestions if possible. So eliminate the fear to give suggestions by the employees is very important, as he suggested. Break down the barriers between the departments. As you know, in the organization we have three levels: top level, middle level and as well as the lower level. In the middle level we have various departments working on: finance department, procurement department, purchasing department, R&D and as well as production department, finance department. Likewise, there are various departments are working within the organization. So we need to remove the barriers in between the departments. We need to maintain a cordial relationships among the in between various departments. So it will helps to increase the quality of the products and as well as the services. Get rid of unclear slogans. Get rid of unclear slogans in the sense whoever the staff, whoever the employees that are currently working within the organization must be very clear about the slogans that they hang over the walls and all the means, which means excellence in service, excellence in quality. This is one of the slogans, but this doesn't convey a proper meaning. The slogan should be like if you can achieve a better quality if you try. This is a clear slogan. So the clear slogans must hang over the walls and must hang over the walls and as well as all this. Sorry. Get rid of unclear slogans and eliminate the management by objectives. Eliminate the management by objectives in the sense, in many organizations they will work according to the objectives or goals of the organizations, but if you manage the organizations according to the objectives, then the people will focus more on the output, not on the quality. You may get a higher output but at a lower quality goods. So eliminate the management by objectives is another principles. The remove barriers to pride of workmanship. The management should allow every staff member to have a pride at their pride of workmanship, and they implement education and self-improvement and make transformation of everyone's job. These are the 14 principles have been suggested by Edward Demings. Six Sigma. The Six Sigma relies heavily on the advanced techniques. This is also one of the quality management techniques. So this was developed by Motorola in the year 1986 and it was implemented in the year 1986. So this Six Sigma main objective is to reduce the defect as low as 3.4 parts per million, which means here the organizations must use this Six Sigma to reduce the defective goods as much as possible up to 3.4 million per parts, and this is the method that the organizations and as well as the Motorola was followed: define, measure, analyze, improve, and as well as the control. And new product means here anything that is being offered for the first time, that is being entered into the market for the first time, can be considered as a new product. New product development process. First we need to, for the purpose of developing a new product, first we need to generate idea, and then there are number of ideas have been generated by a producer. All those should be screened well, and after that we need to develop a concept and we need to test that particular concept, and as well as the marketing strategy development. The marketing strategy, every organizations in order to marketize their products or the services, proper marketing strategies should be developed by the organizations, and as well as analyze the market. Product development, after completed all these steps, the product development must be there, and as well as market testing. Market testing in the sense, we should not produce large number of outputs, large number of products or the services. We need to test the market, whether the people, whether the public is reacted positively or not. Now after that, if the public is reacted positive, public reaction is positive towards our products or the services, then we need to commercialize our new product. And here this topic is a store management. Store management in the sense, we need to manage the stores in order to reduce the cost of production. If we produce excess of goods, then we need to store them in a godowns up to the actual demand comes to the market. So the store management is very important. Store means where all the goods will be kept. The objective of store management is minimizing the cost of production through minimizing cost on materials. If the cost on materials is decreased, then the cost of production is also decreased. This is one of the objectives of store management. And the second one is maintaining the value of material. Maintaining the value of materials in the sense the quality of the material should not be decreased, the quality of and as well as the volume of the materials, size quantity of the materials should not be decreased, value of the product should not be decreased by storing in a godowns. Service to the user department. Service to the user departments is another objectives of the store management. Yes, establishing coordinations with other departments and as well as advising material manager, giving advices to the material manager is also the another objectives of the store management. Okay, thank you.